Ever felt a chilling dread about nothingness? Meet Dr. Aris Thorne, a brilliant astrophysicist haunted by the fear of ceasing to exist. Join her journey as she confronts this terrifying equation and discovers a surprising antidote. Learn how to embrace the present moment, find meaning in the here and now, and live a life resilient against the void. Dr. Aris Thorne sat alone in the silent, cavernous university library. Endless rows of books on physics and philosophy surrounded her, their spines casting long shadows in the cold glow of the desk lamp. It was late at night, but Aris was wide awake, her mind ensnared by an unrelenting, paralyzing fear. Aris had always trusted facts. As a brilliant astrophysicist, she believed the universe obeyed clear, observable laws. But now an equation haunted her thoughts, one with a final, irrevocable zero. It wasn't about black holes or cosmic microwave background anymore. It was about her own consciousness disappearing into that infinite dark, ceasing to be. The thought that she, the sum of her memories, dreams and knowledge, could be wiped out completely, gnawed at her relentlessly. No philosophy class or scientific paper offered comfort. She pored over works by Schrödinger, Nietzsche and Hawking alike, searching desperately for a loophole, a flaw in thermodynamics, a loophole in reality itself. Was there some hidden principle she could uncover that guaranteed something beyond oblivion? But every page she turned sealed the truth more firmly. The universe, magnificent and vast, would one day run down. So would she. This fear wasn't just abstract, it invaded her nights. She woke drenched in sweat, heart pounding with a cold dread that science failed to soothe. Logic had reached its limits. The unpredictability of non-existence terrified her more than any unsolved equation. One night, exhausted and numb, Aris decided to close her books and walk home under the heavy silence of a starlit sky. Her mind swirled with thoughts of entropy, heat death and finality. She hardly noticed the dimly lit park ahead until a sudden shout startled her. A group of teenagers was playing soccer, their energy cutting through the stillness like a beam of bright light. Their laughter, teasing and shouts hung timelessly in the cold air. Aris paused at the park's edge and watched. The players were oblivious to the cosmic clock ticking beyond their world. They kicked the ball with abandon, oblivious to ultimate ends. Each move was a burst of pure presence. They were alive, not consumed by dread, but immersed in living. For a long while, Aris simply observed. She didn't find an answer or a grand revelation. No proof of an immortal soul emerged. Instead, the question that had chained her suddenly shrank, its grip loosening. Her mind had been trapped by the obsession with the final footnote, the end of everything. But she had lost sight of the many pages before it, the full narrative of life itself. The dread didn't disappear instantly, but its power broke, diminished by a simple, overwhelming truth she had overlooked. The only antidote to fearing non-existence was to live fully and unthinkingly in the present moment. To feel the crisp night air on her skin, the steady beat of her heart, the alive rhythm of the world around her. Aris took a slow, deep breath. For the first time in countless months, she felt present in her own life again. The universe might end in silence, but tonight she was alive. infinite in this moment, resilient against the void. The pages of her life still turned, and she would read them fully, with all their unrepeatable richness, before the final footnote. And that was enough. Back in the library, Aris began a new project. It wasn't about the end of the universe, but about the beauty within it. She wrote about nebulae, the vibrant clouds of gas and dust where stars are born. Aris wanted to capture the essence of creation. Aris began to spend more time outside, marveling at the changing colours of the leaves and the sound of rain on the window. She noticed things she had ignored. One day, Aris walked to the park during her lunch break. She sat on a bench and watched children play and chasing each other. Aris realised that these were the moments that made life worth living, the connections and experiences that gave meaning to existence. She started meeting friends for coffee, discussing not only science but also books, movies, and personal dreams. Aris also joined a hiking club, spending weekends exploring the natural beauty of the surrounding mountains. As she hiked, Aris felt a sense of freedom and connection to the world, each step a reminder of her physical presence. One evening, Aris found herself back in the library, but this time she wasn't consumed by fear. She was reading poetry. Aris found solace in the words of others who had grappled with the mysteries of life and death, the beauty and impermanence of existence. The dread of non-existence still lingered, but it no longer controlled her. Aris had found a way to live alongside it, embracing each moment as a gift. As Aris walked home that night, she looked up at the stars, no longer seeing them as a cold, indifferent universe, but as a source of wonder and inspiration. The final footnote was still there, waiting at the end. But now Aris was determined to fill the pages of her life with as much joy, love, and knowledge as possible. And so Aris continued to explore the universe, both within and without, finding meaning and purpose in the present moment, one page at a time.